Let's take a moment to talk about the life cycle of plants. Here are the plants that arrived from Thailand. It's just wonderful, isn't it? That's very good. But what is the problem with these plants? If you just plant them in the soil now, with a 95% probability they will perish. These are plants that have grown in a laboratory. They eat sugar, and they hardly consume carbon dioxide. You see, this is a sterile environment, completely sealed off. These plants, they don't know how to. It can be said that they don't know how to eat. They only eat sweet gel with fertilizers. And they are not suited for anything at all. They live in their microenvironment. They are doing well. They have warmth. They have everything cozy. And if such plants are currently just try to plant it in the soil. Or we are being asked, why don't you sell them right away? Well, if we just take this right now, we'll send it to you, but it will just perish on your end. Well, it's just a shame for these plants, isn't it? Let's talk about the life cycle now. What we do with them. Here they come in this form from Thailand, from the laboratory. Absolutely pure culture. She is well groomed. It is clear that there are no infections. The gel is completely transparent. We are in control of it. 1 or 2 more weeks, and she will still be in quarantine because we have received 16 different cultures now, and we are currently working with them. The next stage. The plants are transplanted into gel. That is, if we have about half of the plants, we're getting a gel. That is, we continue to multiply them. Because right here, yes, we want to obtain even more plants. And this cycle takes a lot of time. That is to say, the plants were already planted last week. Here they are in the gel. Here are their roots. It looks like this is a brown root, but this is not an infected root. And here they are growing. And so in such conditions, in pure gel, they live for several months. So what is the current task? At first they acclimatize. In another gel, it is important that I didn't infect them. I didn't bring any viruses there. Bacteria. And the next task, to learn how to clone them, because it's necessary to add the appropriate hormones so that they produce clones. Let's put it this way. Quite expensive in Thailand to buy them, because it's just a transfer there. It costs the transport company up to $100. That's why everything is done in cleanliness and comfort. We place part of the plants in gel. And now I want to show you another jar. Here is the white princess. Do you see? Here are 2 plants. They are just after the transplant. They are under stress. Here is this plant. It perished. And these 2 plants, here they are continuing to grow. Actually, it turned out White Princess very complex. She is very temperamental. Here you go. That's why we have our own separate story with White Princess. Here is a pure culture. Here it has already started to grow in the medium. It's clear how all of this is. And it doesn't matter where it grows, it still doesn't breathe. Therefore, it can grow directly in the gel. Here you go. And this is the next stage. Some of the plants.
Some of our little plants are now going through acclimatization. We place them into a closed box with water at the bottom to keep the humidity high. Here are the first ones we planted: Alocasia Friedeck variegated and White Wizard from the previous batch. This is not soil or peat, it's a mix of coconut substrate, perlite, We also added a little bit of activated charcoal. Look at the humidity level here. The air inside stays moist. The box is always closed. Here we have a little pink princess growing. And even our Spiritus Sancti, which hasn't made any progress for a few months now. This is like a tiny greenhouse for our baby plants that are just learning to live in the open world. They can dry out, but they also can stay too wet. We have a second setup for smaller plants, also with water inside, and later I'll add a special mat to help keep the moisture stable. Our plants usually stay in these mini greenhouses for 1 to 2 months. After that, we transplant them into normal soil and they move to the shelf, ready to meet the world. Some will adapt quickly, while others may need a few more tries before they reach strong enough. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us for more updates on our little green babies.